Hello, Selena.
Hello.
Thank you for your presentation here at the conference Cilvēkfaktors. And we also have some few questions we would like to ask you.
Yeah.
And the first question is about Google Offices, which you were also talking in the beginning of your presentation, that Google is actually world famous for creating offices that doesn't look like offices anymore. So why Google does that?
I think Google's philosophy is that you can sit at your desk and you can do your work, and that's fine. But your best work comes when you're working with other people, and sitting at a desk to do that is not natural. And so they try to create these areas where it encourages people to come together, to work together. And so sometimes that will be a sofa, it might be a boat, it might be a bed, whatever it is, but it's just a fun way to be more creative.
And in your opinion, how working culture is changing? Is it changing actually?
Yeah, I think so. I think that it doesn't matter where you work anymore. As long as you have the technology, you can work wherever you like, and that's really important. It's particularly important for people that maybe want to live outside of a big city, or they want to have a family, so they don't have to anymore be in the office all the time. And that just allows people much more flexibility with where they live, what they do, what their family looks like, and it gives people more opportunities.
And one of your listeners also is asking a question, how you can change the working environment in maybe more conventional places, like, for instance, a food store or any kind of these places, like how to improve the working environment of these places. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's one that our customers often ask us, because not everyone has the money that Google has to change their office overnight. And so what we recommend is that you at least have some areas where people can just come together and socialize together. Maybe you have just a table where you can have a stand-up meeting instead of sitting down, and just think of ways that you can change what people normally do every single day, just to make them think in a different way by doing something different. So it doesn't have to be big, it can be something very small, just a sofa, or some tea or some coffee somewhere that people can come together and talk together.
What are your predictions for the future? How do you think working culture will change in the future?
I think we will probably see less offices, and we will see more distance working. So, working by video conference or over phones, whatever that might be. And people will less often go into an office to go to work.
At the end of your presentation, you are also giving practical tips for fostering people. What do you think, which are the most crucial and important elements from these tips?
Yeah.
Could you name them?
I think the biggest one is the leadership. So if the leadership isn't doing what the organization says it wants to do, so if they say we want to be more creative, we want to be more flexible, but you find that leadership, still very much want to sit and do 9 till 5 working, then it doesn't tend to flow through the organization. So whatever the leaders do, I think it will change what the rest of the organization does.
Selena, thank you for this interview and coming to Latvia.
Thank you very much.